Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Learnivo, where we help you build natural and confident English for the IELTS speaking test. Today's topic is library, a useful and very common subject in everyday life and in the IELTS exam. And at the end of this practice, you'll find a special vocabulary section with simple explanations and examples to help you speak even more fluently. Let's begin.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Daniel Cooper, and I'll be speaking with you today. Could you please tell me your full name?
My name is Alice Smith.
Thank you, Alice. And could you show me your identification, please?
Of course. Here it is.
Thank you. That's perfect. Now, in this first part of the test, I'd like to ask you some questions about libraries. Do you often go to the library?
Not regularly, but I do visit the library when I need a quiet place to study or when I'm looking for specific books. I like the calm atmosphere because it helps me focus without distractions.
Did you go to the library when you were a child?
Yes, I went quite often. My school organized library hours, and I always enjoyed choosing storybooks. The library felt magical to me back then because it was full of new things to discover.
What kind of books do you usually borrow from the library?
I usually borrow nonfiction books, especially those related to self-development, education, and language learning. Sometimes I borrow novels when I want something relaxing to read.
Do you think libraries are still important today?
Yes, absolutely. Even though people use the internet a lot, libraries remain important because they provide free access to books, research materials, and quiet study spaces. They also help support students and the community.
Do you prefer reading at home or in the library?
I enjoy reading at home because it's comfortable, but the library helps me stay focused. At home, I can get distracted easily, but in the library, the environment naturally encourages concentration.
What do you usually do when you go to a library?
I usually find a study desk, read or take notes, and sometimes use the library's computers. If I'm working on a project, I browse through different sections to find helpful books or reference materials.
Is the library in your area big or small?
It's medium-sized. It's not huge, but it has enough space for reading areas, computer stations, and a good selection of books. The design is simple but comfortable.
Do you like the atmosphere of libraries?
Yes, very much. Libraries have a calm, peaceful environment that helps me think clearly. I like the quietness and the feeling of being surrounded by knowledge and ideas.
Do you think libraries will disappear in the future?
I don't think so. They may change and become more digital, but the idea of a shared learning space will always be needed. People still appreciate having a place to study, read, and access free information.
Do you read newspapers or magazines in the library?
Sometimes, if I have extra time, I like checking newspapers because they help me stay updated. Magazines are also enjoyable because they cover different topics in a simple and visual way.
Do you think libraries should offer more digital services?
Yes, definitely. Many people rely on digital resources today, so libraries should continue providing ebooks, online journals, and digital databases. This helps students access information anytime and anywhere.
How can libraries attract more people?
Libraries can organize workshops, reading clubs, and educational events. They can also create comfortable study areas, offer free Wi-Fi, and promote digital learning tools. Making the space more modern and welcoming would attract more visitors.
Do you think young people still enjoy going to libraries?
Some do, especially students who need a quiet environment. However, many young people prefer using their phones or laptops at home. Libraries need to evolve by offering more interactive and digital services to stay relevant.
What are the advantages of studying in a library?
Studying in a library helps reduce distractions, improves concentration, and provides access to resources you may not have at home. The environment itself encourages productivity and discipline.
Do you think libraries are only for reading books?
Not at all. Libraries today offer many services: computers, study rooms, workshops, printing facilities, and even community events. They are multi-purpose spaces that support learning in many forms.
Have you ever used a library for group study?
Yes, I have. Group study rooms are very useful for projects or exam preparation. They allow people to discuss ideas without disturbing others, and they provide a comfortable environment for teamwork.
Do you prefer borrowing books or buying books?
It depends. I borrow books when I only need them temporarily, but I prefer buying books that I want to reread or keep in my personal collection. Borrowing is practical, but owning books feels more personal.
Do you think libraries should stay free for the public?
Yes, I strongly believe so. Free access to information is important for equality. Libraries help people from all backgrounds learn, study, and improve their skills without financial barriers.
Do you think libraries help people develop good reading habits?
Yes, definitely. The quiet environment, variety of books, and structured space encourage people to read more. For children especially, visiting the library can build a lifelong love for reading.
Would you like to see any improvements in your local library?
Yes, I'd love to see more digital resources, extended opening hours, and more comfortable seating areas. Adding workshops or reading events would also make the library more dynamic and useful.
Before we finish today's session, let's look at some helpful vocabulary you can use when talking about libraries. These words will make your answers more natural and descriptive.
Borrow. Take something for a short time. I borrow books from the library. Return. Give something back. I return books on time. Quiet, no noise. The library is very quiet. Shelf, a place where books are kept. The shelves are full of books. Librarian, a person who works in a library. The librarian helped me find a book. Study room, a small room for studying. We used a study room for group work. Database, a collection of information online. The library database has many articles. Magazine, a thin book with pictures and stories. I read a magazine in the library. E-book, a digital book. I downloaded an e-book to read. Reference book, a book you cannot borrow. We used a reference book for research. Catalogs, a list of library items. I searched the catalog for my book. Membership, joining a library. Library membership is free. Resource, something useful for learning. Libraries have many resources. Print, make a paper copy. I printed my homework at the library. Literature, famous writing or books. She studies English literature. Journal, a magazine for research. I read a scientific journal. Bookmarks, something to mark a page. I used a bookmark to save my place. Study desk, a table for reading. I sat at a study desk near the window. Check out to the process of borrowing a book. I went to the checkout counter. Archive old documents or records. The archive holds historical papers.
And that brings us to the end of our IELTS speaking practice on libraries. Thank you for joining Learnivo today. If you found this practice useful, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and share it with others preparing for IELTS. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next episode.